Good morning, everyone, and welcome. How's everyone today? It's Sunday. It's Sunday, the 3rd of October, 2021, and I am DSP, and I welcome you here to another full day of game streaming fun. That is correct. Today, we're technically halfway through the streaming week. We're kind of heading into the second half, even though it's only a 5-day streaming week for me this week. A little bit on the shorter side, but certainly not empty of crazy gaming goodness. Holy crap. We're going to talk about all this stuff in just a moment. That is correct. I hope you guys are enjoying the October festivities so far. Definitely it feels like fall now with the weather completely changed here. And the crazy amount of game releases coming out back to back to back. Complete and polar opposite of the summer. That's for sure. With the crazy amount of stuff, right? This week, 5+ releases in one freaking week. Almost impossible to play them all at any kind of length. I'll do my best, although I do have to pick and choose what games I'm playing, which is why I certainly can't play every single game coming out this week, but, you know, the ones that I'm more interested in, I am checking out. Hello, Jasper Kitty. Oh, watch your tail. Watch the tail there, buddy. Don't get it caught on a wire. So, my friends, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you are ready for good stuff today. Good variety of stuff today. 2 game playthroughs essentially concluding today. If you're not aware, on the first stream today, Kena Bridge of Spirits. A playthrough that I very much enjoyed up to this point. Although it's not a long game, I would argue it's been pretty entertaining and pretty unique. We're roughly around 11 hours into the game at this point. And the reports were that it's only 12 hours long. Obviously, it takes me a little bit longer as an interactive streamer, especially when I'm talking with you guys and stuff. It takes away from the focus of the game, and therefore it's taking me a little bit longer to wrap it up. I fully believe that I will wrap it up today. Because I'm in the final... Well, we went back to the main village. And in the main village, there's a few more side things to do before we head into the final area of the game. And apparently the final area is like a dungeon. You do the dungeon's work, and there's bosses, and the end of the game. So, likely beat it today, and I'm excited to see how it ends. I really like the uniqueness of the game, even though it does feel like a lot of other games combined. It definitely has its own identity with the way that it handles certain things. So I'm excited for that for sure on the main stream here. Tonight, it's basically the send-off stream for Microsoft Flight Simulator, a game that I, first of all, never really imagined that I would even play a game like that, but getting an Xbox Series X donated this year really opened up my horizons of what I could do, you know, for my streams this year. And over the last 2 months, we've really enjoyed on a weekly basis doing aerial tourism of the world. We've been to some of the amazing places. The Pyramids of Giza. Dubai. Right? Mount Everest. Paris. London. San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, Seattle, Toronto, right? Hong Kong, Singapore. That's just to name a few. We've been to so many places. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't even remember all the places that we've been, right? And so tonight will be the final session for now. What I mean by that is this is not necessarily I'm never playing the game again. It's basically that I'm in a situation here where we got so many crazy new releases coming out. I need as much time as possible to play these releases. I can't say, oh, we're going to do a weekly stream with this chill game and this chill game. There's really no time for the chill. We've got to make progress in all the new releases in order to get through them. So I need those night streams. And, you know, it was very nice doing the flight sim stuff over the course of the summer. But now the summer is over. Now it's time to focus on all major playthroughs, okay? So that's today's streams. I'm very excited. Chill day all day long, but a good day. And I hope that you guys will continue to join me and chill and enjoy. Just the good stuff, man. Good stuff coming out. Let's talk about the rest of the week, okay? Because the rest of this week is going to be pretty crazy too. So tomorrow, it's the return of my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. This is the show where you guys ask questions and I answer them in depth in a podcast style broadcast here tomorrow. Okay? The stream tomorrow will start later than usual because it takes me extra time to review your questions and pick the best ones and get good answers and everything for them, okay? But the show is typically 3 hours of answering your questions live here on the stream. If you have not yet, it is your absolute last chance to post up questions for the show by typing !Ask the King into the stream chat. It'll bring up the link by which you can do so. If you are a channel member, thank you for joining and thank you for supporting the channel. You get priority access to post up questions for the show. There's a community post that's been live for about a week now on the front of this channel on YouTube. That's members only, where you can ask questions. And tomorrow I will be reviewing those questions for answering some of those on the show as well. Now, in addition to that, if you are a patron of mine, someone who pledges to my Patreon $20 or more a month, you get priority access and you get a guaranteed answer to your question by posting up in the special area of my forums. And the day of, I usually accept Twitter questions as well. Okay? So many avenues for you to ask your questions. I strongly recommend that you do, because the day of, there's rarely time in the stream chat to answer anyone's questions live. It's usually all about those who've asked ahead of time. Okay? So that's tomorrow's main stream. Tomorrow night, it's the return of Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which I enjoyed playing back on Friday when it released. It was actually quite fun, although quite weird and quirky and unique. I'm not sure I've ever played a game like that before. So we will have 2 more hours of progress, likely mostly story progress, on Monday night's late night stream. Okay? Tuesday, it is the premiere of Alan Wake Remastered, and I have officially pre-purchased and preloaded it onto my Xbox Series X. If you're wondering why I'm playing it on the Xbox Series X, first of all, I don't even know if it's available on PS5. I'm just being honest, I don't know. But I wanted to play it on the Xbox Series X because I played the original Alan Wake on the Xbox 360. And I remember it was pretty cool playing it back in the day. I had seen all the, the pop-up achievements and everything that happened as I was playing through the game. I really enjoyed doing that. And I just remember the Xbox sounds and stuff that happened during the playthrough. And so, I can't wait for Tuesday. That's going to be cool. A nice suspenseful, spooky playthrough for the month of October. Now, Tuesday night, after Alan Wake, it's currently up in the air. We have 2 options of things that we can do. Okay? We can either do more Super Monkey Ball, so we'll do 2 straight nights, or, excuse me, we can attempt to finish up Hades. And if you wonder what I mean by that, last night, if you guys missed the late night Hades stream, you missed what I would say arguably was the most exciting, suspenseful Hades stream I've ever done. I was basically using a build that was brand new to me and I didn't know much about, and I was trying to learn it on the fly. And man, the final run against Hades was insane. It was just like down to the wire, nail-biting crazy. But at this point, I am very close to beating Hades. In order to complete Hades, you need to clear the game 10 times. I've cleared it 8 times now. So only 2 more clears needed. Alright? If I do a good build and I get lucky with RNG, I might even beat it the next time that I play it. And that would be good, because then the game would be complete and we could just focus solely on the new stuff and not have to worry about lingering playthrough of Hades. Okay? So, I could try that Tuesday night, and I'm on the fence. I'm curious, would you guys like 2 nights of Super Monkey Ball, both Monday and Tuesday night? Or would you prefer if I do Super Monkey Ball one day and then maybe try to beat Hades on Tuesday night for variety's sake? So please give me your feedback on that. I'm all ears. I'm curious to hear what you guys want. Okay? Now, this week, I am off from streaming on Wednesday. Okay? I'm off. When I come back on Thursday, it is the premiere of Far Cry 6. Alright? Now, I have a few things to say about Far Cry 6. We're going to get back to the schedule in a few minutes, but I figured while we're on the topic of Far Cry 6, we could talk about it for a little bit. Okay? So let's talk. First of all, Far Cry 6 is available both on PS5 and on Xbox Series X. I don't know what to get it on. I actually have the option, obviously, to get it on either now. This is actually my first major game where I have this kind of an option, a conundrum. It's a new release. It's out on both consoles. It's cross-platform. It's not an exclusive from one studio or another. And I'm just kind of, I don't know what to do. Should I get it on one or the other? I'm trying to think in my head what would be the benefits of getting Far Cry 6 on one console or the other. All right, so if I get it on PlayStation 5, I'll get haptic feedback, and I'll get some trigger, what do they call it? The trigger tenseness or feedback. I forget exactly what they call it, but the triggers basically have this feeling when, when you're aiming with certain weapons. I'm sure if there's a bow and arrow for hunting or whatever, you'll feel the tenseness in the triggers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? On the Xbox Series X, basically the controller, I feel, is a lot more comfortable on the Xbox Series X. I really like the lighter controller, and it has a more textured grip to it that allows it to feel more comfortable in the hand. I actually do like the thumbstick placement better on the Xbox Series X controller as well. And then, really, one of the major definitive features for me that will be different between the two is the sound quality. If I play it on PS5, I'm essentially going to be doing kind of like overblown stereo. Stereo plus, right? It'll be stereo, trying to force it through Dolby Digital. It doesn't really work very well. You'll get I get a little bit of a feeling of surround sound, but not really. If I play it on the Xbox Series X, I will actually get true surround sound. Because the Xbox Series X does dual audio out. Okay? So, for me, I'm kind of looking at the different options here, and I'm like, well, play it on PS5. I might get haptic feedback. I might get some force feedback or whatever in the triggers. That might make it feel a little bit interesting. But no surround sound. On Xbox Series X, I get the surround sound, and I like the controller better, but I won't get those other features, you know? Is there really a benefit to one over the other? I don't really know, you know? I really am on the fence about this. I don't know what to do about it. I'm not sure what the best option is here. Okay? I just don't. I'm not sure what the best option is here. So, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Okay? I want your feedback. Do you think it matters? Do you think it really matters if I play Far Cry 6 on Xbox Series X or on PS5? What do you think? Or is it not a big deal, right? You know, one of the other major factors will be hard drive space. Right now on PS5, I have almost nothing. I have the Street Fighter Collection and Kena Bridge of Spirits. After today, I'm done with Kena. So I literally have nothing on my PS5 right now, okay? This week, I will have, on my Xbox Series X, I will have Lost Judgment. I will have Alan Wake Remastered. I'll have the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania collection on there. And Hades. So 4 games. And it looks like it's maybe a third of my storage space is full on there. I would assume if I add in like Far Cry and the Battlefield Beta and maybe one more game, it might be full. Okay? So, I guess I'll have to think about it. I want your feedback. What should I do for Far Cry 6? Does it matter if I do it on Xbox Series X, PS5, or does it just not matter? Okay? I have the option to get it on either. I'm on the fence about it. I'm undecided. Okay? Completely undecided. Now, in regards to Far Cry 6, I need to forewarn all of you about tomorrow. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in either playing Far Cry 6 yourself or watching my playthrough, you basically have to stay away from the internet tomorrow. Okay? Do you want to know why? Because it is time for our favorite practice. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It happens a few times a year. But it's time for all of the special, selected, advanced copy game content creators and reviewers to be able to put out their content starting tomorrow. They'll be able to put out their playthroughs. They'll be able to stream the game fully. They have all been selected specially to do this tomorrow. The embargo lifts, and here we are 3 days early. The entire internet will be full of the entirety of the game. No exaggeration, you will see full playthroughs of Far Cry 6 up tomorrow on the internet as the embargo lifts. Okay? Now, I could sit here and lecture everyone about what I think about this practice. You know my thoughts. You know I hate it. You know I think that this is not the 1990s where anyone needs to get the game early to review it, to get a print magazine out with a review before the game is released. My opinion is there should be no advanced copies whatsoever. Everyone should get the game on fucking release day. Now, if you pay for it or not is another matter, but everyone should get the game on release day. Everyone should be forced to wait until release day to actually get their hands on the game, so that way you don't get paid shills giving you fake opinions. Because the truth of the matter is, tomorrow the review embargo lifts, and 95% of the content you will see about Far Cry 6 will be overwhelmingly abundantly positive. Why? Well, there's two reasons. One reason you can argue is because they get paid for it. Some people are just paid shills. They're getting paid for their content, and therefore the content's going to be positive. However, in the modern era, that's not always the case. In the modern era of content creation, there is an unspoken understanding between game publishers and content creators. The understanding is thus: we will give you early access to our game, you play it early, you hype it up for us, basically giving us absolutely free publicity. You benefit because you're going to get to put out videos, reviews, and content days early. People will rush and flock to your content and make you thousands of dollars. On the flip side of that, you kiss our game's butt, and you'll know that in the future, we'll send you more games early to keep this cycle going. Is this a contract between content creators and these companies? No. There's no written paper contract for it. But you have to understand something. The temptation to kiss a game's butt and only say overly positive things about it when you are going to benefit massively financially from it is too strong to trust a content creator to do the right thing. It's that simple. Excuse me. It's just too much of a crazy temptation to say this game is good and get paid extra because people flock to your content for 2-3 days before the game is out because they can't get it yet, so they watch other people play it. So you make tons of money on it. Oh, wow, this is a good arrangement. Well, shit. Now I get the next Ubisoft game early. I do the same thing. Oh, shit, I made tons of money again. And it's just a vicious cycle. It's a vicious, endless fucking cycle. Sometimes these game publishers have the audacity to actually tell the content creators, you can't say anything negative about the game because of the review embargo, which is ridiculous. If you're playing a game, you can say what you're reacting to in the game. You're basically censoring the person, right? But they signed the contract to make the big money, okay? So, first of all, I gotta urge all of you, any of you who are interested in Far Cry 6, stay the fuck away from the internet tomorrow. Because tomorrow, it is all you're going to hear about is Far Cry 6. Every review, early streams, early playthroughs, it's all going to be all over the goddamn internet. And they're all benefiting from it. Not a single person who got this game early is doing it because they feel it's the right thing to do or they're doing a public service. They are lining their pockets with money because they got the game early. Okay? So just know that. Know that you know, that's the kind of people that they are. It's hilarious because I go on social media this morning. It's the same fuckers who every new game, they do this. It's the same vicious cycle. Oh, big props to Ubisoft that I got this game early. I can't wait to share all of my gameplay with you tomorrow, guys. Fuck you, you disingenuous sellout shill piece of shit. And all your thousands of morons who watch your garbage paid shill content because they're so fucking stupid, they can't realize they're watching a paid advertisement. No, I don't want to follow you on Twitter. No, I don't want to watch your garbage, you fucking stupid actor. You're not even a fucking gamer. You're a fucking paid advertisement. You're an embarrassment to the gaming franchise, the gaming community as a whole, and go fuck yourself. Okay? Now, it's funny because people are saying he's mad. I'm actually not mad at all. What upsets me is that there's a vast majority of people out there who don't understand the difference between someone who's actually a content creator who cares about what they do and someone who is a paid shill. That's what really irks me. Because how many people out there, they do these opportunities, right? And the next thing you know, within a few days, they'll never mention that game ever again either. You know? You can tell that's their paycheck. And people are so fucking dumb. That's really what irks me. It's not that this practice exists. It's that people are so dumb they fall for it, and that's why the practice exists. If everyone would just say, oh, look at all these dumb fuck paid shills who got the game earlier, gonna kiss its butt on Monday. Fuck them. I'm not going to watch any of their content. I'll wait till Thursday till people who are like me go and buy the game and play it and then give their honest opinions on it. Then I'll pay attention. I'll ignore the paid shill nonsense. But people are stupid. They fall for this vicious cycle of marketing every single fucking time. Every time. and it just continues and gets worse and worse because you see these people actually growing in popularity, and people now think that they're, oh, these are figureheads of gaming. These are people who we should trust. What are you, fucking stupid? Every word out of their mouth is a paid advertisement. Every fucking word. And you're so ignorant you can't understand that. You know, I'm someone who's been on both sides of the fence. I'm a normal gamer like you guys, but I've been there. I was to the top of the mountain. I was being offered all of these opportunities. Will you play our game? Will you play it early? Will you advertise it? We'll pay you for it. We'll do this. We'll do that. Hell, I still get offers from time to time for smaller indie games to do that shit. I've never, ever done it. I refuse. That's not who I am. If you're telling me that I can't say what I feel about a game, then I'm not going to fucking play your game. And that's what it is. These are all bullshit. It's all the vicious fucking cycle of advertisements. I guarantee you tomorrow you will see the usual big time content creators kissing the fuck out of the ass of Far Cry 6, only for the later in the week or next week to say, oh, it actually ain't that good, or oh, I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm done with that. That's the cycle, man. Seriously. So, you know, I'm very sorry, guys, but it is what it is. That's the case, and that's my opinion on it. You could disagree. Maybe I love the early access of these elitist fucking specialty selected content creators getting everything handed to them because they kiss ass because they're a bunch of fucking shills. I've never liked that practice. I never will. And it actually disgusts me that today I go on social media and, like, literally the same 20, 30 people, oh, I can't wait to put out my content tomorrow. Your content isn't content. You fucking stupid bitch. It's garbage. It's complete fucking disingenuous trash. You're lying to the public to make a fucking paycheck. And we all have to, like, accept it as something of quality. You're a fucking asshole. No one should be trusting that or watching that content. But people are too fucking stupid. So anyway, if you actually want to see honest feedback on Far Cry 6, I urge you to stay away from the internet tomorrow and wait until Thursday when the game actually releases and watch people who actually are real gamers play the fucking game on stream or in their videos, and they will be honest with you. People who did not get the game early and didn't get paid to kiss its butt will tell you if it's really good or not. Okay? So, there you go. Hilarious is he's idiot. I'm just going to ban him because this guy's impersonating Eric the actor. Says I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I could have been part of that. I told you, I've been on both sides of the fence. I got those offers. I turned them down. I said, no, I'm not going to be a disingenuous person. I'm going to be honest. And let me tell you guys, I feel so good that I get to come to stream and be myself and be honest with you guys every single day when I play a game. I never have to worry about, oh, I said the wrong thing and now my sponsor is going to drop me. Because I don't have any sponsors. I have you. You guys who trust me to be honest and upfront with you, right? And to be transparent in all of my feedback when it comes to games, because I am you. Okay? I am you. I am not them. I am not some paid figurehead shill. Every piece of stuff of content that comes out of my streams and every word out of my mouth is real. Okay? So thank you for supporting this content, because if it weren't for you supporting this content, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to put out this content that's honest and transparent and truthful. Okay? Thank you for that. Alright, so on Thursday, I'm starting my Far Cry 6 playthrough, but I'm on the fence. I don't know what console to get it on. I'd like your feedback over the next few days. Thursday night, I'm going to be trying out the Battlefield 2042 beta, which supposedly I should be able to have access to on the Xbox Series X, because I have EA Play, which is part of Game Pass Ultimate, which I have, okay? So if it is true and it's available, I'm playing it on Thursday night, okay? Now, another thing that I'm on the fence about, guys, this coming Friday, alright, listen up, everyone, this is important. This coming Friday, there is a new release in Metroid Dread. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I like Metroid. I think Metroid Dread will be a good game. But, there's two things holding me back right now from 100% pulling the trigger on this and saying this is a playthrough I'm absolutely doing starting on Friday. And here's the two factors that are part of this. Okay? Number one, I'm already going to be playing a significant amount of games, including Lost Judgment, the Alan Wake Remaster, Far Cry 6, Hades if I haven't beaten it yet, and Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. That's a lot of games to be juggling to begin with. Then next week under Game Pass is Back 4 Blood. So that's a lot of stuff I'm guaranteed to play, okay? Number one, I don't know, with that many playthroughs that I'm doing in a short period of time, am I going to have enough time to dedicate to yet another playthrough, okay? That's number one. Number two, all right? Every single time that I have tried to play a Metroidvania game for you guys, I've enjoyed it, and the viewing audience has said, this is boring, stop playing it. Every single time, without exception, over the years, when I tried to play a Castlevania game, when I tried to play, oh god, there was one or two of those indie game franchises. Ori and the Blind Forest, when it first came out, and it was a giant ratings hit, and everyone said it was great, and then my viewing audience said, wow, this is boring as shit, stop playing. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell you probably 10 times over the years, I've come back and tried to play a Metroidvania game, and at the end of the day, after I play it 1 or 2 streams, everyone tells me this is boring, and people stop attending and stop supporting, and essentially, a lot of the times, I end up just dropping the playthrough, because people want to see everything else but the Metroidvania game, okay? And this is not, by any means, this is not a criticism of Metroidvania games. I love them. I find them incredibly addicting, incredibly fun. I really enjoy them. But the way I see it is thus, okay? Lost Judgment will be going on for months. That's definitely a given playthrough. It's not going to go away, okay? Alan Wake Remastered starts this Tuesday. That's a playthrough I'm going to want to play a decent amount of, at least alternating with other stuff. It's a cool, spooky atmosphere style game for the month of October. That's going to be going for a couple of weeks for sure, okay? Far Cry 6, we all know the Far Cry games are quite lengthy. And, you know, that's another one that people want me to play. So I'm definitely doing it starting on Thursday. Monkey Ball I'm already playing. That's going to be more of a night stream game. Hades I'm already playing. I got to wrap that up within the next week or so. And like I said, Lost Judgment likely is going to end up being night streams rather than daytime streams at this point. Okay? The way I see it is I don't see how I could wedge in Metroid Dread. And now I'm juggling, just think about this. Now the daytime streams, I'm juggling Far Cry, Alan Wake, Metroid Dread between the daytime. Nighttime, I'm juggling Lost Judgment, Monkey Ball, Hades, Street Fighter, and then next week Back 4 Blood. How is that going to work? Right? Realistically, how is that going to work? I don't know how. I really don't. And I kind of feel like the deal here is maybe what I should do, and by the way, I'm not saying I don't want to play Metroid Dread. I absolutely 100% do. I've been saying it for months since they announced it, that I'm very excited for it, and it seems like a great game, and I can't wait to play a new Metroid game, right? In the classic style, a new Metroid game, right? I'm just thinking that maybe this is a bad time for it. That maybe what I should do is hold off on Metroid for now, and wait for an opening in the game schedule, which likely, you know, looking at the game schedule, there's a week essentially where there's really, after Back 4 Blood, there's nothing for over a week. But then all of a sudden, the end of the month, there's 2-3 new games. And then in November, it's not as dense in November for game releases. I do need to update my game schedule. But in November, you know, you got Call of Duty the first week, Forza Horizon 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 5 the second week, although I'm probably not playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 because I'll still be playing Lost Judgment. Battlefield's the third week, along with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Now, I think there's more than that, but I haven't updated my calendar yet. But it definitely looks to me like things will slow down in November, and at the very, very least, in December, it will be like dead. December, there's almost nothing besides Halo. It's pretty much a dead gaming month. Okay? So that's my feeling. It's kind of like, I should maybe hold off on Metroid Dread for now, and I could play it at a later date. By the way, Metroid Dread is not a narrative-based game. It's not like, oh no, the game will be spoiled. There's nothing to spoil. We know what it is. You're going through these different dungeons, labyrinthian, you know, areas, fighting enemies. They're going to be chased by these monsters now that you need to freeze with special weapons. We saw the previews. We know what it is. It's Metroid with a nemesis element to it. That's it. There's no giant story spoilers or anything here. that's going to screw stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So holding off on Metroid, I don't think is a big deal. And it's hilarious because I see a few people here who are saying, oh, you're going to miss out on the hype. The hype? The hype for a Metroidvania game. Did you not understand what I just said? Every single time I have played a Metroidvania game in the 13 years that I've been a content creator, people have told me they're not exciting and they're boring and stop playing them. Every single time. There is no hype for Metroid Dread on my streams because my audience doesn't really look for that stuff. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm definitely not saying that there's not those of you who are like me and who really will enjoy the game. I'm saying that's not the primary viewing audience that I pull. And so playing a game like Metroid Dread could work if it's something that's balanced with a lot of other stuff. Playing it once a week because there's so many other games coming out that people would rather see is not going to work. You see? So that's basically my opinion at this point. I'm basically thinking Metroid Dread is, I still want to play it. I don't want to not play it, but I don't see how I can play it right now with this crazy amount of shit going on and coming out, you know? For example, Alan Wake Remaster. I'm playing that this month because it's October. It's the perfect time for that kind of a creepy, suspenseful, spooky game. Back 4 Blood. Even if it's not that good, at least it's a horror-themed game for October. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are games that need to be played right now, okay? And I would argue that Far Cry 6 is a game that just has more hype and will get more mainstream attention than Metroid, because I know Metroidvania games don't get a following on my streams, okay? Okay, so that's the deal. I think, like, I'm probably going to hold off on playing Metroid. What I will probably do is over the weekend I will alternate my major streams between Alan Wake and Far Cry over the course of that weekend. And then the night streams will be Street Fighter, the conclusion of Hades if I haven't beaten it yet, Super Monkey Ball, and Lost Judgment. Okay? And so we'll focus on all of that over the course of the weekend, heading into next week. And then next week is Back 4 Blood, and then we have a horror-themed game, another one, along with Alan Wake, to toss into the mix here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And again, do I want to play Metroid? Yes. Will I play it? Yeah, likely I will play it, just not now. Kind of like a lot of the other games that I'm kind of doing a wait and see or hold until there's makes sense attitude. You know, Tales of Arise? Yeah, I kind of want to play it, but I should probably hold off until I'm done with Lost Judgment, you know? I get the feeling what December is going to be the month where I do all the stuff that I didn't get to do over the last few months because there was just too many new releases in a short period of time. So all the stuff that I really wanted to do and I didn't get to do will all be going on in December. Okay? So. Alright. That's my take. You can completely disagree. Hey, you disagree, let me know. Let me know. But that's the vibe I'm getting, and that's what I'm thinking is, like, there's no way I can play 5 games in 1 week. It's just not going to work. I've done it before. It doesn't work. When I'm playing a game only once a week because I'm playing so many games at once, people completely and utterly lose interest. And then there's no progress made. And by the way, just later on this month, you got the new Dark Pictures Anthology game, you got Guardians of the Galaxy, and more stuff. You know, there's more stuff coming. So I have to get through some games before then. I can't just only play a game for 5 hours and then now I'm playing 10 more new games, you know? So, okay. And here's the funny thing. So here's Zen Shuriken. He says, you missed out on Guilty Gear hype, you missed out on Metroid, and now you're missing out on Nicktoons. Listen, I am only one person, okay, guys? Listen. I listen up. I understand. I understand. I think the Nicktoons game would be good, probably for a couple streams, and then it would die out. It would be fun as a gimmick thing for a couple of streams, right? Right? People would have been excited to see me play Guilty Gear Strive for a bit. I probably would suck at it and never get any good at it and get frustrated and quit anyway. But people probably would have liked it for a couple streams, right? Metroid. Yeah, there's hype around Metroid for its new release on Friday. I get all that. I get it. But I'm one person. I'm not a team of people. I'm not, you know, someone who only plays a game for a few hours. You guys know the deal with me and the type of content that I put out. I do actual playthroughs of games, meaningful playthroughs of games where I play through them. I give you my opinion on the game as I go through them. I'm not a guy who every stream I play something for once and I drop it, right? By the way, I can't even afford to do that. I just can't. I'm not financially in a position where I can buy 10 games in 1 week and then decide I'm only going to play 2 of them at length. I just can't do that. All right? So I hope you understand that. You know, I'm one man. And what really sucks about this is that they've decided to put so many games in a short window. This month, no lie, if you look at the actual release schedule, there's like 30 games that are coming out in October. This is what happens every year. This is the fault of the people who think that they're going to get these artificial holiday sales if we all group our games together in the shortest window. No. Want to know what happens? The games cannibalize each other. There's no way that a gamer who's an avid gamer like myself or many of you can buy every game that you want this month. You can't afford it, and you don't have the time to play them all. We have lives, and we have constraints on what we can do with gaming. There's no way we can play 30 games in October. But they don't get that. They all think my game's the best, so I don't care about what everyone else does. Get those artificial sales for Christmas. It doesn't work. It's a very outdated formula from very outdated marketing teams and outdated management teams of these publishing companies. They don't understand that what they're doing is actually shooting themselves in the foot, and they're going to sell less because they're all cannibalizing each other within the same few weeks. But the thing is, I don't know. They just don't learn. For some reason, the gaming industry does it every year. So please understand. I am totally in line with someone like Zen Shuriken saying, I mean, he missed this, he missed this, he missed this. These all would have been great playthroughs. I agree. But I'm only one guy. I can't possibly play all these games. What I have to do is pick and choose the games that I feel are going to fit my content better, or games that are easily accessible. For example, I'm absolutely playing Back 4 Blood. It's on Game Pass. Even if it's not that good, it's on Game Pass. If I drop it after a stream or two, fine. But it's on Game Pass. I'm definitely going to check it out. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that all have to come into consideration. And I think this year's a unique year too, because this is the year when now both PS5 and Xbox Series X are out fully. And now we're getting these slew of games in here, and people just want to see everything. And I get you. I know you want to see it all. I want to play it all. I can't do it all right now. What I can tell you is I can promise you that if there's a game that I don't feel makes sense at launch, I can play it later. I feel like Metroid Dread is one of those games. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be in line with the Metroid franchise, a game people have been waiting for a long time. I like classic Metroid style gameplay, but I don't see how I can play it with these other games. I just can't. I don't know how it's going to work. This game, you know, again, if this came out 2 months ago, perfect timing for the summer. If this came out in December, perfect timing. But let's release it the heaviest release month of the year just to try to capitalize on that fucking sales, boost. It doesn't make sense. So, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I want to put out the best content for you. I can't do everything. I'm one man. I wish that I could rip my ear off and my ear would regrow a clone of Phil. Now there could be we could have the DSPGaming channel here where I stream, and then there's the Dark Side Phil channel on Twitch where he streams, right? And we split the content. Now you have double the DSP content. That'd be amazing, right? Of course, we all know there could only be one, so after the gaming season ended, I'd have to kill the clone to make sure that there's only one Phil on this planet, the superior one. But you know what I'm saying. Like, I want to do everything. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could live up to the hype and play every game. I just can't do it. Okay? All right, and I apologize for that. But anyway, so to get back to the point here, let's review what this week is going to bring us, okay? Today, it's the conclusion of Kena Bridge of Spirits and the send-off stream for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It may return in the future. Tomorrow is Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show, and some more Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Tuesday is the premiere of Alan Wake Remastered, and then either more Super Monkey Ball or more Hades. Possible conclusion of Hades. I'm off from streaming on Wednesday. When I return on Thursday, it's the premiere of Far Cry 6, and that's going to be paired with the Battlefield 2042 beta. The stream on Friday is likely going to end up being more Alan Wake, and then pair that with Street Fighter. And then probably Saturday will be more Far Cry, probably pair that with Lost Judgment, and then Sunday will be, we'll alternate between those two games as the main game, and then the night stream every day will be something different, whether it's Hades concluding, or Lost Judgment, or more Monkey Ball, or whatever. And that's the week until next week, when Back 4 Blood comes out on Tuesday, and then that's added to the mix. Okay? I hope that sounds good to you. I hope that sounds good to you, and I hope that you guys will join in for all of this stuff. And I'm sorry that I can't play everything. Okay? I am. I'm sorry I can't play everything. I wish I could. Alright. Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, another thing going on is the Halloween event, which is going to be on Halloween. I want to urge all of you to continue to nominate games for this event. The nominations for games for the Halloween event will remain open for roughly the rest of this week. And then next weekend, I will probably close those off. I will look at the results. And based on the games that you've nominated, I will create polls for you guys to start voting on to determine what games I'll be playing during the Halloween Marathon event. Alright? How can you nominate games if you haven't yet? Type !Halloween into the stream chat right now. It'll bring up the link by which you go to the forums and nominate games. If you're a channel member, again, thank you for your support. You get priority access to nominating games for the Halloween event. Just go to the community tab right here on my DSPGaming page on YouTube, and there's a post there that you can respond to nominate games. Based off of that, I will create a poll, and you'll be able to vote exclusively on a game that will get into the final poll as a part of the whole members-only deal. All right? So, I hope that all sounds good to you. Okay? I hope so. All right? Please continue. Now, as for the Halloween costume that I'm going to wear during the event, the marathon event, I've gone to one Halloween store and gotten 3 good ideas of a costume. 3. This Wednesday, with my wife, I'm going to another store where we're going to look at costumes together, try to brainstorm ideas. And then, when I come back later this week, then I will have an idea of the costumes that are available around here, and then I will be allowing you to vote on a category of costume for which I will dress up on Halloween. By the way, we should bring up that the Halloween Marathon is going to be exciting. Not only is it a marathon of games, and me dressed up in costume, but there's also going to be a live episode of Feasting with the King, which we have not done now in 2 months, right? It was actually, early August, the last time I did one? So I'm very excited to do a new episode of Feasting with the King. I don't know what the hell it'll be, but we'll have to talk about that as we get closer. We'll probably do another poll where you guys could vote on the cuisine type that I'll be doing during that episode as well. Okay? Good stuff. Yes. Feasting with the King returning. You guys are all getting excited now. Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I think I've covered almost everything. Quick reminder, guys. Since we are in October, all new stuff. We've got Halloween decorations, as you've seen behind me. And these are going to be here for the majority of the month. They're going to be here till the end. They'll go away after Halloween, obviously. New animations. If you tip $10 or $20, there's brand new animations for those tips. If you do super chats, you've already seen some of those animations on the stream. All spooky Halloween-themed animations. So all cool Halloween-themed stuff all month long. I love doing that for the holidays. I'm very excited to be doing this for the month. And the fact that we're going to actually have some Halloween-themed stuff with Alan Wake Remastered, Back for Blood, Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes. Some cool horror-themed stuff this month, which is great. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an independent content creator. And what that means is that I, myself, do not have sponsorships, partnerships. I don't answer to anyone. I'm an independent, an individual. And because of that, I can be honest with you guys on my content and in my streams. I can tell you exactly what I feel about every game I play, because I don't have to worry about losing a sponsorship or being told I said the wrong thing, because I have the freedom to be honest with you. And because I'm honest with you, you guys appreciate that. And over the 13 years that I've been a content creator, no matter where I've gone or how I put out content, you guys have supported it. I appreciate that. The only reason that I'm still here, all right? The only reason that I'm still here after all of this time is because of you. If I didn't have you guys crowdfunding my efforts to put out this style of content, I wouldn't be able to put out this style of content, okay? So thank you in advance to anyone who not only watches the content, but steps up and goes above and beyond being just a stream viewer and actually supports it in one of the ways that I'm about to outline. The first way you can support my streams is by becoming a channel member. By joining this channel, you get many positive benefits. I've already mentioned priority access to getting your questions answered on Ask the King, priority nominations access for the Halloween event, but also you get a cool highlighted name in the chat. You get a chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter of the channel. You get to avoid the slow mode rules of the chat, which is a 10-second wait before you can type messages. And you get access to all of my emotes. When we hit 300 members, we unlock another emote slot and another emote gets added to the mix, which is really cool. Okay? Thank you to anyone who's become a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, also, in regards to other ways you can contribute via YouTube, there's something called a super chat or a super sticker. This is done through YouTube itself. This is a way that highlights your message if you attach some kind of a contribution to said message. Okay? So you get a highlighting in the stream chat. Now, I appreciate all memberships, super chats, and super stickers. These are ways to support the channel in the long term, and indeed they do. In fact, I can tell you guys, the month of September, now that it's over and all the results have been tallied up, by far my best streaming month on YouTube. I saw a sharp increase in support with both memberships, super chats, and super stickers, and that is helping me get back to the level that I was at when I used to stream full-time on Twitch. We're definitely not there yet. We have a huge difference between the amount of members that I have here and the subs that I used to have, but I can tell you that the super chats and super stickers are great, and they're helping out tremendously. So thank you to anyone who contributed in that regard, okay? Thank you, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, these things help me in the long term. If you do a membership, a super chat, or a super sticker, I will get some support from that later on, probably next month at this point, okay? But the best way to support the streams in the short term is to tip me. And here's why. If you send a tip to me, two things happen. Number one, I get those funds immediately. I don't have to wait a month to a month and a half to get anything from a tip. I get it right now. That means I can use it to buy a new game this coming week, to pay a bill, to pay my taxes, to go grocery shopping, to actually have a meal out a week with my wife. You know, all those things that you need money for, that's what the tips go towards. And that's why the tips are so important to me. But in addition to that, when you tip me, there is less of a cut taken out of a tip than any other method of contribution. All right? So if you tip me, I'm getting more of what you're sending me than any other kind of contribution. By the way, not that I'm saying I don't appreciate those other methods. They all help, but tips in the short term are the best way to contribute. Okay? Now, since tips are so immensely helpful and the best way to contribute, I have reward tiers set up as a way of saying thanks for when we actually hit a certain level of support. For example, if we raise $50 in tips on today's stream, that's the tier 1 reward goal, and I'll put on a pair of Gunner glasses. All right? If we raise $100 in tips on today's stream, that's the tier 2 rewards goal. I'll put on a hat of your choice. Now, even though I am playing Kina today with the headphones on, if we do hit the $100 tips goal, I'll take them off, and you guys can vote on a hat, and I'll wear whatever hat you want, including the camo, the digital, the fake hair hat, or, yes, the military-style pilot's cap as well. I'll wear any of those hats if you guys so choose. Now, if we happen to raise the full tips goal today of $150, you guys get to pick a vest of your choice. Now, yesterday, I actually hit the tips goal, so therefore, today's stream, these following vests will be eligible, okay? The beige, the denim, the camo, and the gold. This way, we keep the stuff fresh. It's not always the same vest on every stream, all right? But you'll get to pick that between those if we hit the full tips goal of $150, all right? Thank you guys in advance again for any contributions. They're not mandatory. I consider it going above and beyond if you contribute in any way, but that is my major and only source of income, so please consider contributing with crowdfunding if you like the content. Fair enough? Now it is time for shoutouts, so let's do it. We start off with YouTube side contributions. All right, let me actually refresh this. So we start off with Kevin Bernstein, who did a $2 super chat. It's a Super Monkey Ball hype. Hades does not interest me. So Kevin's vote is for more Super Monkey Ball on Tuesday night over Hades concluding. Rebel is here. He did a $5 super chat. This is crashing before work. Keep it frosty, Big Phil. I vote on Hades. Get it done with and clear the board for new content. There you go. So he votes for Hades on Tuesday night. Thank you, Rebel. Kevin Bernstein did a $6 super chat. So my vote is for Super Monkey Ball. Yes, you already said that. And I appreciate the next super chat. Then Kevin Bernstein did another super chat and said, is pre-ordering the deluxe edition not the same? I don't know what you mean, because I have no idea what that's in reference to. But if I guess, what I'm guessing is that you're saying if someone pays for the deluxe edition of the game to play it a few days early, is that the same as these people who are getting advanced copies? No. When I pay a few extra bucks to get a game a little early, like I just did with Super Monkey Ball, I'm not under any requirement or embargo to say or do anything. The moment I start playing the game, I can tell you my honest opinion on it. Yes, I paid a little bit of extra money to play it early, but if the game sucks, and I'll fucking tell you. That's the difference between me and these other people who are getting the game early, not because they paid for it, but because they're specially selected by the game publisher to get it early, in the understanding they will kiss the game's ass and give it a positive feedback so they will continue to receive free advanced games in the future. Completely different relationship. Not even close to being the same. You see? I can be honest, they cannot. Okay. Now we jump over to the tipping side of things, and let's do some shout-outs for those who've tipped me this morning. We start with Snow Carl, who tipped $1.49. That's the first tip. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay. So Snow Carl says, every industry sends out press copies, cards, games, and perfumes. That's why people don't watch trusted reviewers for critique, but a glimpse and overview of the product. They aren't supposed to review but showcase. No offense, but are you jealous? No. Because the problem is that's not what happens. If everyone was smart and everyone understood that every single person who's going to talk about Far Cry 6 tomorrow is essentially a paid shill, then there would be no problem. But the problem is tomorrow, all these featured content creators are going to put out playthroughs, streams, reviews. People will flock to the content. That's all going to kiss the game's butt. And then they're all going to buy the game on Thursday and say, wait a minute, I'm playing the game and this doesn't feel representative of what I heard on Monday. Yeah, and this is only the millionth time this has happened because you're a moron. You don't understand the difference between a real, honest opinion and someone who's being either outright paid or is under the understanding that if they give a positive feedback on a game, they'll continue to have a positive relationship with that publisher in the future for personal benefit. You see? There's a big difference there. And you're right, Snow Carl. This happens in every industry. It's unfortunate it does. But let me tell you the difference. When I turn on my television, okay, and I see John Stamos telling me to eat Greek yogurt, I think, what the fuck does John Stamos have to do with Greek yogurt? This is obviously a paid advertisement, and I'm not going to run out and buy Greek yogurt because John Stamos is eating it on television. Now, you know what? Some people actually will. People who are actually weak-minded morons who think that John Stamos is like God's gift to mankind will actually run out and buy Greek yogurt because he was in an advertisement for Greek yogurt. Okay? It's just true. But most people won't. The problem is, I feel right now with the gaming industry, since the industry is still young, we have not had 50 to 75 years of advertisement like this, like the television industry has. So people don't get the difference between the John Stamos Greek yogurt ad and the content creator tomorrow who puts out a stream of Far Cry 6 early and literally kisses the game's ass every moment they're playing it. They don't get the difference. In fact, I would argue it's deceptive, because tomorrow the content that these people put out, even if they put in the description of their stream and video, FYI, this is a advanced copy provided by Ubisoft, and this is representative of, you know, blah, 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 agreement to them, it's a paid advertising. People just don't get the difference. They don't. They feel that every stream, every video is genuine. That every piece of content you get from that talking head that you love on the internet is genuinely their true opinion and true content, not a paid ad. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay? We haven't. We will eventually. I fully believe that eventually people will wise up when it's another 10 years of this shit and people are so fucking dumb that every single game that's bad is getting its ass kissed by these people. People will finally say, all right, I'm not going to watch this shit no more. Why am I... All right, I watched John Stamos eat the Greek yogurt, then he ate a fucking Dole banana, then he started sucking down caviar, then he started eating a fucking Omaha steak, and now he's licking a fucking, you know, Cold Stone ice cream. At one point, you gotta believe maybe John Stamos doesn't just sit around eating this food all day because he's John fucking Stamos. He's a skinny-ass motherfucker, right? This is obviously bullshit. This is a paid ad. This is not representative of what really happens with John Stamos. But that's the thing. Today, people aren't that smart yet. They watch these idiot content creators lie every day and make a big paycheck doing so, or again, making bank on that day one content. Tomorrow will be payday for so many content creators. Monday will be payday. because, oh man, that advanced copy, I finally get to put out my review that'll get 1 million views. I finally get to do my exclusive early stream that'll make me thousands of dollars. I can't wait to kiss this game's butt tomorrow. You see? It's just ridiculous, man. It's you know, it's out of control. And people are too dumb. So that's the difference. I agree with you, Snowcrawl. Every industry does it, but I feel like every other industry, people they get it. Okay, we're not that gullible. We know when I see an ad on TV, you realize that's an ad. That's not truthful opinion of the celebrity representing the product in that ad. People don't know the difference with content today. They're that stupid. We need another decade of people understanding this is all garbage shill content before things will change. Anso Kamaru has tipped me $1.49 and says, false on the nothing to spoil about Metroid Dread thing. The Metroid lore is insane, and people have been dying for the conclusion of Metroid Fusion Story since 2002. It's fine not to play, but what you said is incorrect. I mean, for some people, maybe they'll care about the lore. I'm telling you, the vast majority of people who are going to play this game are going to play it because it's a new Metroid game, and the game's played great. The lore? Dude, I don't know about that. Hardcore fans of Metroid, yes. I hate to tell you this. It's been a long time since there's been mainstream Metroid games. There's not a lot of people left. I'm just being honest. Even those who are the most hardcore of hardcore fans, you know, how long are you going to fucking wait? You see? So, okay, maybe there'll be a small group of people who think that the plot can be spoiled. I really don't care about the plot. I just want to play a great game. So, for me, it's a little bit of a different situation. Chicken Man tipped $1.50, said, we have so many games out, why don't you put Street Fighter on a break? I'm sure many people would not have issues with that. Well, I could. I absolutely could, and by the way, I've done that before. This is certainly not something that I've never done. Street Fighter has gone on hiatus in the past during the fall time, and then I kind of bring it back later. At this point, since I've had such a good experience playing Street Fighter once a week, I don't really want it to go away. I feel that it's a staple of my content, and now we actually have regulars that come every Friday night to see it. So I could, but it's one stream a week, you know? It's not that big of a deal. 2 hours a week to give to Street Fighter, the game that arguably gave me my best competitive experience ever with video games. And in a lot of ways, the games franchise that kind of got me noticed on YouTube back in the day as well. I don't necessarily want to just say, oh, no more Street Fighter ever. Because I love it. It gives me that nostalgic feeling of being in an arcade every Friday night when I used to be younger, you know? But let me put it this way. If we do get into a situation where I am so backlogged on stuff, and I feel that 2 hours a week would be great, then we need it, then we'll do it. Right now, I don't feel like we're in that situation as of yet. Barrel Shroud tipped me $1.50 and says, you should do a bandana goal. You could rep a set while you game like Seattle's very own Holly Park Crisps or the 181 Goons. No one has any idea what the fuck you just said, including me. But I thank you for the tip. Ansheng Forever has tipped me $1.50 and says, I did a level up 3 levels today on Dragon Quest 11. I saw you fighting the final boss of the game on YouTube. Were you happy when you finished the game? I was. I felt that game was like literally one of the best bang for your buck games I've ever played. One of the best classic style RPG experiences I've ever played. It was that. I just absolutely loved every moment. And the playthrough was outstanding because the interaction I had with my audience during the time. It was super fun, man. So thank you for the tip. I'm glad to hear you're still progressing and having fun. Snowcrawl tipped $1.50 and says, my little brother was actually in a bad accident earlier this week. Looks like they're said to be hospitalized for a long time. I'm very torn up about it. I'm very sorry to hear about that, Snowcrawl. That's terrible. I hope that your brother gets better as soon as possible. He says, you never know what can happen in life. You and the family and everyone in chat, stay safe. Yes. Please, everyone. Stay safe. Not to say that you can do much about a horrible accident that's, you know, obviously not expected. I really, really hope your brother a speedy recovery, okay? I'm so sorry, man. Kevin Bernstein to the $1.50 said, can we skip Alan Wake and Metro? I think people are liking it in chat. What? Can we skip Alan Wake and Metro? I think people are liking it in chat. The first part makes sense. The second part makes no sense. What is Metro? I'm not playing a Metro game right now. And Alan Wake is right. Here's the thing about Alan Wake. Okay? I personally have been looking forward to replaying Alan Wake because 10, 11 years ago when I played it, it was a different time for content creation, and I really liked the game, but I really felt that the game kind of failed a little bit because of the fact that I was playing it as an offline playthrough. I didn't have interactivity with my audience at the time, and because of that, I felt that the game stagnated and kind of sputtered and failed by the end. I felt like the last few sessions that I did of Alan Wake were boring, and in fact, if you guys remember, I invited over John Rambo. This is back in the day when we were just starting to do co-op commentary. I actually invited him over, all right, to hang out with me while I did the commentary for the game, because I was so bored by doing it by myself. I wanted to have someone else there with me to do co-op commentary because I was bored to tears of the game. Okay, so when he came over, it got better, and that's what I mean. Like, now, here we are. I'm a full-time live streamer, full-time content creator of a completely different style than I used to be, right? Completely different style. And because of that, I feel that doing an interactive stream... Oh, hi, Jasper. Hello. He's meowing. Doing an interactive stream of this game, a different kind of playthrough, is going to be significantly beneficial as opposed to what I was doing years ago. I feel like this would actually be a much better style than what I did. All right? You can disagree, but I just think that this is going to work way better, having interaction with you guys. Plus, it's the right month for it. We're going to be doing this in October, Halloween month. Spooky atmosphere, spooky, you know, monsters coming after you in the woods and stuff. It's a really cool game. It is. It's a unique and cool game for sure. And I'm very much looking forward to playing it. So I hope that you guys will check this out starting on Tuesday. But I definitely think this works better in the modern era than it did back in the day. Okay? I don't know what the hell you're talking about with Metro. Chicken Man tipped me $1.50 and says, why do people say pay full price for Ubisoft games? They're always like 30, 40 bucks a month later on Black Friday. I think... I think you're seeing... Oh, I see what you're saying. It's reduced by 20, 30 bucks in price. People here are stoked to see you... Oh, wait a minute. I know you can't wait, but it's just smart. Right, listen. Do you want my honest opinion? This is the truth, okay? I'm serious about this. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. If you're going to get an Ubisoft game and you don't care about playing it on release, do not buy it on release. I'm a different animal here because I have to cover the new games when they come out. People want to see me play Far Cry 6 this week to get my opinion on it right away, okay? But if you're not someone like me who absolutely has a reasoning, a justification to play it, do not buy an Ubisoft game at launch. Don't. Wait. He's absolutely right. Those games literally drop in price by $20, $30 within like a month's time. Black Friday, that fucking game will be like 30 bucks. It will. It'll be 30 bucks everywhere. Just wait. I 100% agree with Chicken Man on this one. That is just the smart move. Chris B has tipped me $1.50. The chat is saying, why play a remastered game in Monkey Ball when Metroid is much more anticipated? People here are stoked to see you play it. Well, again, number one, Monkey Ball already came out. I already got it, and I'm playing it. Okay? So, that's water under the bridge. That's neither here nor there. When it comes to Alan Wake, this is a game I wanted to play again over the last decade. I've been waiting for the right time. This is absolutely the right time. I couldn't even think of another time that would be more apropos to play the game than right now during Halloween month. I can't think of another time that would make more sense to play Alan Wake. While Metroid Dread, there doesn't seem to be an air of urgency around that game, just being honest. Seems like a game that I can wait and play later. Kevin Bernstein tipped me $1.50. He said, recently I got a dog to honor Jasper. I named him Jasper. Did you really? Well, awesome. Jasper, I feel, is a cool name. I didn't name Jasper. He already had that name when we rescued him from the shelter. But, awesome. I hope that your dog is a good dog. Most dogs are good dogs. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like now I've gotten through all the shoutouts. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to take a brief break. I'm going to use the restroom. I strongly recommend that you use the restroom as well, or grab a drink or a snack or whatever it is that you need to do. Alright, I'll be back shortly with, the conclusion of Kena Bridge of Spirits, which I'm very excited for, and I hope that you guys are too. I can't wait to see how it ends. We're going to do a little bit of more open world kind of exploration and side content, and then we're going to get to the big finale. Okay? So I hope you guys will join me here in just a moment for more Kena Bridge of Spirits. Sound good? Thank you guys. I will see you all after a brief break. All right.